Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about something that is happening all around us, every single second, the global conversation. The topic of this presentation is Twitter data analytics, uh, unlocking insights from the world's real-time conversation. So let's start with the basics. What are we talking about? At the simplest, Twitter data analytics is the science of extracting and analyzing data from Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter, understand what people are feeling, and ultimately make smarter, more informed decisions. Why it matters? Analyzing Twitter data is crucial for any modern business. It provides an unfiltered and real-time look into public opinion. First, it gives you real-time feedback instead of waiting for weeks for survey results. You can see how people are reacting to a product launch the moment it happens. It's essential for brand for monitoring. You can track not just your own brand but your competitors and your entire industry too. It provides incredible customer insights. You discover what a customer truly want, what what frustrates them, and what they love in their own words. And finally, it's a power tool. And finally, it's a powerful tool for trend spotting. You can identify emerging topics and cultural shifts before they hit the mainstream. So our presentation is going to be like first we'll look at the data, second the core techniques, third metrics and KPIs, and last at the real application. Before we can analyze anything, we have to know what are we working on. As you will see, social data is inherently messy. When we think of a tweet, we usually focus on the text, but a single tweet is actually a rich, complex data object consisting of three main parts. First, the Twitter object, second, the user object, and third, the metadata. The first tweet object, this includes text, images, videos, posts, and links shared by the user. The user object is all about the author, their profile, location if provided, follower count, bio, and verification status. The last one is little bit tricky, the metadata. This provides the context, the timestamp, the device used, and the engagement metrics like likes and tweets. Every single tweet contains all of these data points. How to get the data? We use the Twitter API. You can think of the API as a secure pipe that lets the software ask Twitter server for the data. There are different access levels ranging from basic, hobby, enterprise, or commercial use case. We typically get the data in three ways: the firehouse, which is all the tweets, a sample stream, a percentage of tweets, or by running a specific keyword or hashtag. This is what the Twitter developer platform looks like. Structured versus unstructured data. An important concept to understand here is difference between structured and unstructured data. Structured data fits neatly into a spreadsheet. These are your counts, followers, likes, retweets, and timestamps. It is easy to measure. The unstructured data, on the other hand, is messy. This is the text, the bio, and the images. It doesn't have a fixed model, but this is where the richest human insights are hidden. The big data challenge. When you combine all of these, you face the big data challenge, often defined by four V's: volume, velocity, variety, veracity. Volume is the billions of tweets generated, requiring machines to process the scale. Velocity is the data generated 24/7, so analysis must be so fast. Variety is a mix of text, media slang, and multiple images. Veracity, we also have to filter out bot spam to get the truth. Part 2, the core analytic technique. This covers how do we turn the raw, unstructured text into meaningful insights. The first step is text pre-processing. If we analyze messy text, we get messy results. So we go through a few steps, removing stop words. We strip out the common words like the, is, that don't add any meaning. Tokenization. We split sentences into individual words. Cleaning noise. We remove or filter URLs and hashtags. Stemming. We group words with the same sentence root like run, running. Sentimental analysis. One of the most powerful techniques we use is sentimental analysis. This process automatically identifies the emotional tone behind a tweet. Is the user expressing something positive, negative, or neutral? This allows us to move beyond just counting mentions and we can start quantifying public opinions at a massive scale. Example for sentiment brand X launch. Imagine if we launch a product named Brand X and ran a sentimental analysis on the conversation. We can see that 45% of the conversation was positive, which is great. 35% was neutral. However, the chart reveals that 20% was negative. This is a crucial insight. Just knowing the volume of tweets wouldn't tell us this. Now we know we need to investigate that 20% to understand what went wrong. Topic modeling. What if we don't know what people are talking about? That's where topic modeling comes in. This technique automatically discovers themes in a large collection of tweets without us having to search named entity recognition. Another useful model is NER. This scans text to identify and categorize key entities, essentially the nouns that matter. It can automatically tag organizations, locations, and products. This is incredibly useful for quickly categorizing millions of tweets. For example, people such as Elon Musk, it automatically adds Tesla, SpaceX, Austin's Tesla factory, and Model 3 around Elon Musk. A deeper look into network analysis, understanding connections, not just content. Who's talking to whom? The network graphs. Network analysis visualizes the relationship between users. It helps us to find the most influential people, not just the loudest. Nodes are the users, the accounts, and edges are the connection, replies, mentions, retweets between them. This analysis shows us who the key hub and influencers in a conversation. Centrality. Focus on what matters, where it's happening. Finally, we have geospatial analysis. If location data is available, we can plot tweets on a map. This is crucial for understanding regional sentiment and tracking local events or watching how a news story spreads physically across the globe. Part 3 is metric that matters, KPI. There are there are three primary KPIs you should know. Reach, the number of unique visitors visited your tweet. Impressions, the total number of times your tweet was displayed to the user. And engagement rate, the percentage of people who saw, interacted, liked, retweet, or even clicked the tweets. Tracking volume. The brand X campaign versus the brand Y campaign. You can see January both started equally. However, notice how campaign Y represented in brown pulls ahead significantly by March, bringing it all together the dashboard. You can see the tweet volume and engagement rate over the time in the Twitter analytic dashboard. Monitor real-time tweets, visualize geospatial data, topic clusters, real-world applications. This brings us to our final section, part 4, real-world application. How do we apply this to get result? The so what of Twitter analytics. Use case 1, brand health monitoring. Instead of guessing, you can track sentiment and share of voice continuously. You can identify the themes associated with your brand, pinpoint customer pain points immediately, giving you a clear roadmap from improvements. Use case second will be proactive customer service. Rather than waiting for direct tags, analytics allow you to find complaints even when the brand isn't mentioned. Support teams can reach out proactively to solve, which creates a fantastic customer experience. Use case 3 will be crisis management. When a PR issue arises, analytics problems becomes your command center. You can determine if the story is growing, fading, checking if the sentiment is angry or just confused, or identifying which influencers are driving the narrative. For idea, to summarize, I would like to share a quote from Carrie Fiorina. The goal is to turn data into information and information into insights. The future of Twitter analytics. Looking ahead, the future of this field is AI and prediction. We are moving from analyzing the past to forecasting future trends. We are also seeing a rise in multimodal analysis where AI just understands image and videos as well. It understands text. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you for watching or listening.